Hello, I'm Dick Bennett for the Omni Center for Peace, Justice, and Ecology. This is Omni's Book Sampler, a weekly survey of books about peace and justice, peacemaking and peace and justice making. My first book is by Thomas Tertzina. Thomas Tertzina. Blessed are the pacifists, the Beatitudes and just war theory. The Beatitudes in the Sermon on the Mount are the heart of this essay. They present in a compressed form a philosophy of life that is consistent only with the pacifist position. As the heart of Jesus' teaching, they come to us in an order that suggests a comprehensive, step-by-step argument for a way of life that can create peace. The Beatitudes are interpreted here as practical wisdom. Blessed are the pacifists, the Beatitudes, and just war theory. My second book, of a different sort, the first one of theory, the second of practice. My second book is about war protests against the invasion of Iraq in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Heroes of a Different Stripe is the title. Heroes of a Different Stripe. How one town responded, Kalamazoo. How one town responded to the war in Iraq, Kalamazoo. By Olga Bonfiglio. Olga Bonfiglio. Most books about the war in Iraq focus on soldiers, generals, politicians, and pundits. However, Heroes of a Different Stripe chronicles how ordinary middle Americans tried to prevent the start of war and continued to stand for peace amid the intimidations of their fellow citizens and the government. Heroes of a Different Stripe, how one town responded to the invasion and occupation of Iraq. My third book is entitled The End of War by John Horgan. The End of War by John Horgan. Investigations into war yield compelling insights. First, contrary to what I suggested to my neighbors in 2003, war is not innate. During those years, research has shown that. Let me say that again. We are not hardwired for war. Evidence of lethal group violence dates back not to the emergence of the Homo genus millions of years ago, but to less than 13,000 years ago, shortly before the dawn of civilization. Moreover, from prehistory up through the present, many societies have resisted the allure of war and militarism, belying the notion of a biological drive or an instinct that impels us to fight. In fact, odd as it may sound, humanity as a whole has recently turned away from war, at least by some yardsticks. Annual war-related casualties have dropped more than tenfold since the cataclysmic first half of the 20th century, even as the world's population has surged. Thank you. This has been Dick Bennett with the Omni Book Sampler, Books on Peace and Justice.